Oh, man. Well, I guess that's just a little more disappointing than normal. This reminds me of the Browns' losses from a few years back, where they give you just enough hope. They keep it close, and you even got you can see, you can feel and taste a victory, only just to not have it happen. Things started out good today. Jamar Taylor got an interception. He picked Tannehill off, his former teammate. In the preview video, I was talking about how Jordan Cameron, former Brown, now for the Dolphins, could have a big day. I believe Cameron out of the game early on with a concussion. Might have had a little issue with that back when he was in Cleveland as well, so that's unfortunate for him. I don't know. Too bad, Jordan Cameron. But Jamar Taylor does get that pick, so it's starting out good defensively. And then rookie Cody Kessler. Obviously, that's been the talk all week for Browns fans, and it was as bad as you would worse than you'd probably expect from a rookie. He had a delay a game on his very first play. The very first play is a delay a game. I'm sure Hugh Jackson, that's on me, that's on the coaches. Well, there was a few things today that might have been on him, could have been on the coaches. Next play, hands the ball off to Isaiah Crowell, gains a few yards. Next play, third down, fumbles the snap, or maybe that was second down even. Yeah, perhaps that was second and long. Fumbles the snap. And then on third down, Cameron Wake gets around the end. Austin Pastor, rough day for the right tackle. 5 penalties, allowed a sack. That was not just a sack. He also fumbled the ball. So Cleveland intercepting the ball and getting that early interception. Didn't really matter much. Then Miami does get a touchdown in there with Jarvis Landry. He had a big day. When it was all said and done, he had a big day. Had the huge play in overtime, setting up the W. So he gets the touchdown, putting them up 7-0. Browns missed their first field goal of the day in there. You're seeing Terrell Pryor at quarterback. They moved the ball a little bit in the first half, actually. For as ugly as it was 13-10 at halftime, the Browns. I know, right? With the Pryor thing, Kessler, as bad as he looked on that first drive, he settled down. Austin Pastor quit giving up sacks and just flat out was holding on every play. It seemed like every play. There was only 5 penalties, and I think 4 of them were holding, but hey, I don't know. Cameron Wake, the guy's a monster. So, we'll see. I'd rather him hold than, I guess, give up a sack and a fumble, right? Like on that first drive. So, potentially you would like neither. All right, I'm rambling on here, going a little long. So, it was 13-10 at halftime. The Browns picked up another interception. Calhoun had a pick 6, actually. That's how they got their touchdown in the first half. And Cody Parkey, whatever the fuck his name is, he probably hopefully won't be there next week. The new kicker, he made a couple field goals, missed a couple field goals, so it's 13-10 the first half. Third quarter starts out with just penalties. Miami mixes in a couple of touchdowns. They look like they're starting to pull away with it. It's 24-13. Cleveland comes back. Terrell Pryor, a guy over 140 yards receiving. At like 30-something yards passing, maybe another 30 rushing, and then this one rushing touchdown. And this is where you start to get a little hope. They go for 2, get the 2-point conversion. It gets to a scenario here now late in the game where it's 24-21, and Parkey's coming out to redeem himself, man. Going to go from the GOAT to a potential hero, and then boom, he nails a field goal, tying it up at 24-24. Leaving about 3 minutes to go in the game at that point. Cleveland's defense does their job, gets the offense the ball back. And here comes Cody Parkey again to save the day. Oh, no, wait, I take that back. They didn't just get the offense didn't just get the ball back. The defense sacked and stripped Tannehill, just setting the offense up, setting the field game winner. Right here it is. The Dolphins made the ultimate mistake. Tannehill making a play like you would expect out of Kessler. But it didn't matter. He missed the field goal. 24-24 all. He missed the field goal by about 65 feet to the left. Out of here. Hopefully that'll be, we'll get a new kicker next week. The special teams, at least we didn't give up a touchdown on special teams this week, but it's continued to be a nightmare. The defensive touchdowns are a plus, but the special teams are just a nightmare everywhere. Receiving, defensively, kicking, punting. Colquitt had the horrible punt that ended the game essentially. I know he was backed up a little bit there, but he punted the ball, right, horrible hang time. Jarvis Landry, whatever, anyhow. So then Cleveland and Hugh Jackson decide not to receive the ball in overtime. The overtime rules by now. The Browns win the toss, and Joe Thomas says, we want to kick. Let's kick it. We got this monster defense here, man. This Browns D. You don't play around. Well, that backfired. They did stop Miami, but Miami picked up a few first downs, punted the ball, had the Browns wedged back there inside the 15. The Browns offense did absolutely nothing. I think even lost a yard or two. And then the already mentioned Colquitt punt to set up the end. A nice pass play to Landry, and then a touchdown run by some running back that I've never heard of. Game over. Dolphins 30, Browns 24. The march to 0-16. Moving right on. Heart ripped out again. Thumbs up, Browns fans.